Here is a fact that should stop you cold. The ancient Egyptians built the Great Pyramid of Giza around 2560 BC. Cleopatra, one of Egypt's most famous rulers, was born in 69 BC. That means Cleopatra lived closer in time to us right now than she did to the construction of the pyramids. Egypt wasn't just an ancient civilization. It was so old that it had its own ancient history, and it lasted 3,000 years. To understand Egypt, you have to understand the Nile. Every year without fail, the river flooded. When the waters pulled back, they left behind some of the most fertile soil on Earth. In the middle of a vast, brutal desert, this strip of land was extraordinary, a ribbon of green life cutting through endless sand. The people who settled here didn't just survive. They thrived. They built farms, then cities, then a unified kingdom that would become the most powerful force in the ancient world. By 3100 BC, Upper and Lower Egypt were united under a single ruler. The age of the pharaohs had begun. The pharaoh was not just a king, he was a god on earth, the living embodiment of Horus, and upon death, the eternal Osiris. His word was law, his will was divine, and his monuments were built to last forever. And last they did. The Old Kingdom, from around 2686 to 2181 BC, gave the world its most iconic images. The Step Pyramid of Djoser, the Great Sphinx, and the three pyramids of Giza, constructed with such precision that modern engineers still debate exactly how they were built. These were not just tombs. They were statements, a declaration to the universe that Egypt was eternal. The New Kingdom, from around 1550 to 1070 BC, was Egypt at the height of its power. Pharaohs like Thutmose III led armies across Nubia and into the Levant, building an empire that stretched from modern-day Sudan to Syria. Ramesses II, known as Ramesses the Great, reigned for 66 years. He fought the Hittites, signed one of history's first peace treaties, and covered Egypt in monuments to himself. His temple at Abu Simbel, carved directly into a mountainside, still stands today. This was an empire that moved armies across deserts, traded with distant civilizations, and produced art, medicine, and mathematics that the world would build upon for millennia. But no empire lasts forever. After the New Kingdom, Egypt was invaded again and again. Libyans, Nubians, Assyrians, Persians. Each wave weakened the empire a little more. Then came Alexander the Great in 332 BC. He was welcomed as a liberator. After his death, one of his generals, Ptolemy, took control and founded a new dynasty. Egypt was still Egypt, but now ruled by Greeks. The last of the Ptolemies was Cleopatra VII. Brilliant, multilingual, and fiercely political, she aligned herself first with Julius Caesar, then with Mark Antony, trying to keep Egypt independent in a world increasingly dominated by Rome. She failed. In 30 BC, after Antony's defeat, Cleopatra took her own life. Egypt became a province of Rome. 3,000 years of civilization, over. But here's the thing about Egypt. It never truly ended. Its art shaped Greek sculpture. Its mathematics laid the foundations for geometry. Its calendar became the basis of the one we use today. Its obsession with the afterlife produced some of the most profound religious and philosophical texts in human history. The pyramids still stand. The hieroglyphs were carved so deep they survived millennia of wind and sand. The mummies endure in museums across the world, silent witnesses to a civilization that refused to be forgotten. Egypt did not just exist for 3,000 years. It built the foundations that the modern world stands on. And somewhere beneath the desert sand, there are still secrets waiting to be found. What part of ancient Egypt do you want to explore next? The pharaohs, the gods, or the mysteries we still haven't solved? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more stories about the civilizations that shaped our world, subscribe. There is so much more to come.